Those who survive know the one more time. 6, finding bliss when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. When you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. 7, 8, feeling brave, but you never really play this game. 9, 10, feels like heaven, you're crying cause you wanna stay. Quick fix, finding bliss when you feel the heartbeat inside. When you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? When you're drunk, 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 when you're drunk. Me too, I'm just like you, and I need to fuck it up sometime. I'm stuck with ego trips, selling sex to a lovable bar. Sometimes I feel magic, then I manage to fuck up somehow. Get drunk, get drunk, get drunk, get drunk, and I'm getting high. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? One, two, the things you do in your room when you're all alone. In your room when you're all alone. 3, 4, you want more of what if cure that was. More of what if cure that was. 5, 6, finding bliss when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. When you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. Do you don't believe in magic?
Ibland känner jag magin, men jag lyckas ändå fucka upp.
Me too, I'm just like you, and I need to fuck it up sometime. I'm stuck with ego trips, selling sex to a lovable bar. Sometimes I feel magic, then I manage to fuck up somehow. Get drunk, get drunk, get drunk, get drunk. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic?
It used to be luck. You used to be funny. We used to have time. Time without money. We used to feel bad. We used to look sad. We used to have luck. And time without money. We seem to have the time it took. We used to have our things in place. Now reel me in, I've gone too deep. Forgotten what you used to say. We used to have time. We used to be careless. We used to look sad. But we couldn't care less. We seem to have the time it took. We used to have our things in place. Now reel me in, I've come too
You got me feeling like a firebolt high in the sky, looking like a thunderstorm. Oh, here we go, 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 go. You're easy to remember, so hard to forget. But baby, it's a coward way you strut. Well, how could I not worship every inch your feet have touched? Baby, run away with me. You kill it lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe there's only one of you, baby. Run away with me. Don't leave me lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe. There's no more clouds on the freeway. Now tell me you'll stay. Golden hour lasts someday. Here we go, go, go. Rose bed, fancy hotels, girl, you know. Baby, run away with me. You kill it lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe there's only one of you, baby. Run away with me. Don't leave me lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe. And we'll stay in bed all day. Make love in every way. Baby, run away with me. You kill the lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe. Oh, baby, run away with me. Don't leave me lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe. You make my heart believe.
the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct, stop listening to others, and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, opinions how to live. So let's create space for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start claiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am, ready to go again. Sorry, guys, I was sick the other night and last night, and just could not do the stream. Went to bed early. Actually, I slept a lot yesterday. So let's see who's out there in the chat. We've got 13 was the top dog. He got here first. I am feeling better, sir. Thank you. El Shipo Dago, the Raging Tomato, Seth Spence, Charles Darwin, Mr. Boulay in the Department of Numismatics. Tony, good morning to you, sir. All right. Seth Spence. Caucasian Sasquatch came in lolling. The Vengeful Truther made an appearance. So did Mr. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. And let's see. WMD, the magical bot, is in the house. Be careful of that guy. He's got a short fuse. Just does. And Seth Spence, I think I already mentioned him. That's okay. All right. We've got Mikey Balls, Naomi, also in the house. Good to see everyone. If I didn't get your name, I apologize. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, the music. So I find the Imperius is in the chat. Good to see you, sir. I find it. I find I like a lot of the music for the warm up or the bump stream or whatever you want, or bump music or whatever you want to call it, bump reel. I find that I tend to like more of the female voices than I do the male voices for that, for some reason. Mainly because I think that the male voiced songs that are in the epidemic sound catalog for me to use kind of suck. I mean, there's some good ones. I'm a Hurricane, and a couple others are pretty good. But anyway, it is what it is. What's up, Steve Posey? Good to see you. The Raging Tomato. It's not gay to like women. Well, anyway, I want the men to feel at home. Obviously, I want them to enjoy the sounds of women caterwauling. Stephen Akari, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. It's not gay to listen to chick music. It is gay to listen to Dixie Chicks music. That is gay. You can't get around from that. If I sound a little different, guys, my sinuses are still jacked up. And Akri, okay, cool. I'll remember that. Oh no. There's no Celine Dion. I don't know what. I didn't think you were drinking this early in the day, Sarah. But okay, all right. Guys, maybe says Miss Leslie. What we're talking about? We're talking about a lot of different stuff. But first, let me look. The scheduling is going to be wild. You stopped drinking for Lent. Who lent you the drink, Sarah? Who lent you that drink? Anyway, so here we go. Here's the thing. We're gonna have some. We're gonna have a lot of scheduling. Some interesting scheduling coming up. First thing is today we're gonna do the show today. Tomorrow night, standard show. Saturday, assuming the guy doesn't chicken out, it will be moi debating First Amender on should Zelensky resign as president during the ceasefire. Personally, I think he should. He won't, but I think he should. First Amender is taking the positive position that no, Zelensky should stay in power despite the ceasefire. And I have a number of reasons why Zelensky should resign during the ceasefire. We'll get into that. So Saturday, I think that starts. Let me double check just to make sure that I get the timing right, because this is like the schedule coming up is just nutso. I believe it is at. Let's see. It's 1 p.m. Central Standard Time Saturday afternoon. Then we'll have the Saturday night show where we go over First Amender getting his weird little hide nailed to the wall. Saturday night show, then no show Sunday, as far as I know. Monday show will be the daytime show. Tuesday, no show. Wednesday, standard, as far as I know. Thursday, we're going to do a special show next Thursday. It's going to be Kita Bus. I don't know how to say her last name. She is she's a really impressive lady that she runs a company called 180 Firearms Training. She specializes in teaching dynamic movement for competitive shooters. and she does some self-defense training and that sort of thing. And her daughter also will be on the show. Now, her daughter is interesting because back during the unpleasantness around C-19, the daughter actually fought the school board in her local area and won. And she's going to talk about, she'll be on the show to talk about that. And she's very involved in politics. And she was just actually, I think she went to Washington and made some speeches. So that's going to be a really kick-ass show. Now that's next Thursday night, and that's going to be an 8 Central Time show. As far as I remember, I will be updating you. Kita is awesome, and her one of the guys that she they are in business together, Steve Anderson. He will also be on the show. We'll be talking about a lot of different things, but it's going to be great. It's going to be a great show. And then, of course, I think next Friday we do we go back to normal, and then the following Tuesday, which I'll remember, obviously I'll be reminding you guys of this on the 26th, Tuesday the 26th, or pardon me, Wednesday the 26th. It's going to be me and average debate enjoyer. His name's Tyler. We're going to be debating isolationism versus interventionalism. I'm taking isolationism. Now, he's already had this debate twice, once with Rob Knorr, once with Fabian Liberty. I think Rob and Fabian both beat him, so this is his third strike, and we'll see if we can we'll see if we strike him out or if he gets to first base. I don't think he's going to make it, but we'll see. I think his argument is going to get soundly trounced. But I'm preparing for that this week as well. So a lot of cool stuff going on coming out over the next couple of weeks. The debate Saturday afternoon with average debate or not with First Amender is going to be lit. I expect all of you guys here to razz this guy, to make him regret the fact that he has determined to get into the debate field. You guys may remember him. He debated Isabella and then Alex Stein on some trans issues or something. I don't know. And then he debated Andrew and Alex Stein on trans issues both times. The second time, he wrote a soliloquy for his introduction, which I thought was just stupid as fuck. But we're going to so now he's debating me. Should Zelensky resign during the ceasefire? I think yes. I think it's the only path to peace. I don't think Putin likes or trusts Zelensky. Zelensky's already lied to Putin once, and it's going to be hard to get past that. So it's going to be interesting. Can't wait. You guys are going to love it. I do this for you guys, and and the entertainment that it provides me. So I apologize. I am still a little sick. My sinus is about once or twice a year. My sinuses just go crazy. And last night they were draining into my throat all night, so now my throat is a little sore. Wow, the chat is lit. I can't keep up with you guys. So very interesting. All right, so what we're going to talk about today, well, there's a lot of political stuff we can talk about. I'm sure Mike's covered a lot of this. Putin has come back to the table and said, yes, he's in favor of a ceasefire as long as the U.S. backs it. Obviously, that's that's the thing. But he says he needs further negotiation, and it must, and as he has said all along, it must lead to lasting peace. It there's just nothing else to it. Putin, I think, was quoted as saying, "We're in favor of it, but there are nuance here. There's nuance here, mostly he gave Trump all the credit for negotiating this, even considering the ceasefire. And this is one of the reasons why I think Putin needs to step down. I mean, not Putin. Zelensky needs to step down. So yeah. And I think that, look, I don't think Putin trusts Zelensky at all. It's nuts to say that, but I really don't believe that. I have been skipping work, Anson Knowles. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. I'm glad that we have an auditor here to know that I'm skipping work. I'm doing the best I can, guys. I'm sorry. It's me and the tissues are the only thing keeping me going. Yeah, I agree. Zelensky's got to go, guys. I mean, look, he's bad faith. So the problem is that Zelensky was always a puppet to start with, and now he's a puppet with no one pulling his strings, so he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Right? Like it's not like he can just go to Blammy and say, you know, guys, what do I do here? Because those guys aren't in power anymore. So, I'm trying really hard to understand why Zelensky why Zelensky is still even in power. But I understand it is legal, by the way. So one of the things about this is that Zelensky legally did not hold elections when he was supposed to. And Zelensky's just not, he's not up on it. This is terrible. Sorry. Pardon me, guys. So look, Zelensky he's just not, I don't know that he's the right guy to lead this to peace. If he's smart, I think he should appoint. I think Zelensky needs to appoint a council to lead the Ukraine into peace. And as soon as there is peace, he should hold elections. I think he should hold elections during the ceasefire, but 30 days may not be able to get it enough to get it done. So maybe afterwards. Hey, Mikey Balls, thank you for the $4.99, man. I appreciate that. I really do. But at the end of the day, Trump is the one that's going to get this ceasefire done. He's the one that's going to get the war, bring the war to a close. But to do that, he has to have Zelensky playing ball. And if Zelensky's not going to play ball, Zelensky needs to get the fuck out of there, right? He's just like a star forward that's just decided to just do whatever the fuck he wants to do, right? Pardon me. All right, so that's Zelensky, and I'm not going to get too deep into that because obviously I have a debate on that this weekend. So it is what it is. The next interesting thing that's been happening is because they can't stop talking about the war. The Dems need to put, and Trump is doing well. Since that's happening, obviously the Dems have to derail. What are they derailing with now? Well, we're back to trans issues, guys. We're back to trans issues, and I don't know if you guys know, but this morning, in the House, they were having a session. The chair called a trans dude, but as a dude, he said Mr. whatever. And apparently they had a problem with that. And it was, so the trans dude responded back, Madam Chair. which is insulting. And then someone else, a Democrat from Massachusetts, decided to insert himself and said that it was disrespectful of the chair not to recognize the trans as trans, and the chair dismissed the meeting. So, okay, well, we're not going to have a meeting. I think that was fine. Afterwards, when interviewed, the chair, who is a Republican from Texas, said that policy now, Trump has put in policy, there's only two genders. So you call a person by their gender, like their proper gender. So he would be going against the president's directive to call that man a woman. It's interesting. So we're back to that. Yeah, I have called it. I goof up sometimes. Yeah. Well, I don't work for the I mean, I don't work directly for the president either. But so I need an old man handkerchief. I do. Do you have one? Because I need one. I'm sure Anson Knowles has a bunch of them. So that was interesting today. I woke up to that. That was great. Listening to these Dems losing their mind. They're really trying to distract anything from the. They're trying to distract so much from what's going on in Ukraine. They're trying to distract so much from everything else that they just can't get anything. Yes, Naomi is a woman, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so she has. So yeah, okay, stay in your lane. I get it. I've already had Dayquil, so yeah. I've already had Dayquil. I have all the. It just is what it is, guys. It's just my sinuses are going to drain until they stop draining. That's the way it is. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna have a lot of really good shows coming up. I hope I get well enough for them. I apologize to all the people who are annoyed that I am under the weather and Mikey only has one leg and he gets it done. So there you go. You're not taking Mike's word for it, Anson? All right, that's cool. Lindsay, of course you would. All right, so the next thing I guess we need to talk about, since we've talked about the two big issues in the world today. I mean, there's a lot of issues in the world today, but welcome, Chris Lestrange. How are you? The other interesting thing is all this drama surrounding Mel and Flow State, and which he's really not in the drama. All right, stand by, guys. Stand by. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that was my mom. So I needed to make sure everything was okay, and it is. All right. So with the whole Mel, Resto, all of that drama, I don't know anything about it. I knew that I peripherally knew they were all going to Vegas to chill out, hang out, create content, that sort of thing. I always think that's kind of a bad idea, but what do I know? And it's I don't know. It's pretty interesting, and all of it is crazy. All the things that happened is just nuts. So, I'm not really sure what. Pardon me. I'm really not sure what all did happen there. It didn't happen there. I just have seen the signs of the fallout. Sarah was hilarious at Flows. Okay. Sarah's probably working right now, or I'd have her come up and say silly things. My mom wasn't calling to check on me. My mom is coming by later, and I'm sure she wanted to make sure that we were actually going to be home. So, but thank you. That it would be sweet if that's what was happening. Man, what a day! What a couple of days. Anson, how was your show with Eternal? How did that work out? Very interested. All right. Well, so dead air. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's too bad, Anson. That is too bad. Crazy. Man, it's been a rough couple of days. I'm not really sure what Lindsay's trying to say. I tried to find Anson's stream as well. I couldn't do it the other day. I tried to find it, couldn't do it. It's all right. So what other problems in the world are there to solve today? I mean, the Ukrainian thing is pretty big. The Democrats, being all trying to deflect and mislead is also pretty bad. I watched. I've been watching some debates. I watched the Peterson versus Andrew debate the other day. What a shit show Peterson put up. I have to be honest with you. I watched Planet Peterson's prep stream for the debate, and I thought he had something up his sleeve. I thought he had something for Andrew. I was actually a little concerned because he's like, well, I've considered that. I've considered this argument. I'm really not going to get into it. And I was like, wow, dude's got it together. But no, Peterson flat got blown out. Blown the fuck out. It was crazy. Now, part of it is I honestly don't think, I think Peterson, for whatever reason, first of all, I don't think he's ever actually watched Andrew's debates. I think he watches clips. And most of the clips are from whatever, and they're gotcha moments in debate. So he really doesn't understand Andrew. He doesn't understand the style of debate that Andrew does, and he doesn't understand that Andrew's actually really a good debater and has debated a lot of really, really good people. And again, I thought that Peterson was going to just lay it down, but he failed too miserably. He got caught up in trying to prove something he couldn't prove. He wanted to skip through the logic and just get into the meat of the material. Andrew wouldn't let him do that. So, this is something else. The last, and I don't really know if anybody else has any opinions on that debate. I'm not going to play it and break it down, section by section. I just don't think that Peterson was ready at all. I think that Andrew was in control from start to finish, and I think that Peterson was just not into it. He just wasn't able to get everything squared away. I'm doing blow again. I've never done blow to start with. Are we not men? That's probably your thing. But yeah, the Peterson debate, it was absolutely embarrassing. Honestly, again, I thought that he had it. I thought he had something. The interesting thing, Chris Lestrange, is Peterson thinks he won the debate with Jim Bob. He thinks Jim Bob was just, full of crap. And he talks a lot of smack. But oh well. He didn't get there. And then the other debate that I had hopes for was going to be better than it was. Crap, now I'm drawing a blank. I just watched it. You had to do gematria to figure out if Jim Bob won. The gematria guy was fucking nuts. Like, I've seen that guy over on CT, and I've just kind of like been, just like whatever. But when he debated Andrew, I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally, completely stupid. And he just couldn't, when put to the question, he couldn't answer the question. It was terrible. Yeah, that gematria guy, and he just like babbles so bad, like it's crazy, it's nuts. So anyway, I thought the Peterson debate was going to be better. I really did, and it was unfortunate that he got laid out. He got clapped. He knows he lost to Jim Bob. Yeah. So the other debate that was interesting was Fatty versus VO Pod last night. I don't know if I saw Jake was in the house earlier. Project VO Pod straight laid Fatty out. Like Fatty, the problem with VO Pod is that Jake just did not Project VO Pod. Oh, hey, man. What's up, man? Jake, the problem that you had last night, and I was going nuts in your chat. You just wouldn't call Fatty on his red herrings, gish galloping, genetic fallacies. I don't think there was a fallacy that Fatty didn't attempt to use last night. And you didn't call him on it. And I would have 100% said, no, you're, when he started that rambling ass speech about how, the tariffs are not going to work because of this, and he just moved from point to point to point to point to point. I seriously would have just been like, dude, stop gish galloping. Let's take it point by point. And he absolutely lost that. He lost that debate so hardcore. Like it wasn't even funny. The fact that he thinks that the top 1%, right, should pay the taxes. Well, first of all, the top 1% already pays the majority of the taxes, right? Like that's a fucking fact. That's not even a guess. It's just fact. The fact that he didn't know that. The fact that he didn't know that Fatty didn't know that, or that he purposely misrepresented. Is that what? Oh, I just kind of dropped. Yeah, I'll come back to it, Lindsay. Just give me a second. Look, Fatty just he committed all of the fallacies. You were more than charitable in just allowing him to just kind of run away, but you were really good, honestly, VOPod. VOPod, you did very well. You did win, by the way. You did win because nothing Fatty said there was nothing he said that you weren't able to counter, and he couldn't counter what you said. It was ridiculous that he kept denying and kept trying to dodge and deflect your very correct stance and comments on tariffs. The taxation idea that he has is absolutely stupid. Look, Fatty's not stupid, but he is completely misled. And Bernie Sanders built his own supporters. He knowingly took massive amounts of contributions, right? Like massive. Here, I got something for you. Let me, sorry guys, I am still actually sick. I do apologize. But the show must go on. It must. So back when the thing that most people kind of, it's interesting how people forget things about politicians. I don't forget. And so back the last time that Bernie ran for president, he knew for a fact he was not going to. There was no way for him to. There's no way for him to win, but he went on a massive tour to gain support. And it was, it was kind of a stupid thing for him to do, but that's what he did. And, pardon me. And so, I am really apologetic, guys. So this is every time I think of Bernie Sanders, this is what I think of right here. Because he took all their money. He took all of those campaign contributions. He took all of it. And then he fucking skated. Fucking skated. It was nothing but a money grab. He knew he was. Look, the guy didn't even last halfway through. No refunds, bitches. I'm taking your money and I'm fucking leaving. That's what he said. He's like, I'm fucking out. Yeah, he's a fucking grifter from hell. Yeah, so I mean, and I was actually really surprised. I mean, I guess I don't actually expect you to know that, but that's exactly what he did the last time he ran for president. Lindsey Smith, Team Fatty, used all of the fallacies. All of them. Except on ad hom. He didn't really ad hom much. Yeah. Yeah, Bernie is the ultimate grifter. Look, all communists are the ultimate grifter because they want you to give up your comfort, your life, pay more taxes, but they don't want to give shit. That's why I also DM'd you. I said, I sent a super chat saying, ask Fatty if he receives donos, and if he does, would he appreciate an increase in taxes on those? So, if I were to invest $5,000 to grow my stream, what exactly would I spend the funds on for that purpose? I don't know. I'd have to think about that, Anson Knowles. I'd have to think about that. Probably I'd hire an actual producer and some clips guys and things like that to kind of get some of the stuff behind me, because I can't some of the behind the scenes stuff that I'm not really qualified to do. All right, so Lindsay, I will now talk about what I know about the Mel situation. So the only thing I know about the Mel situation It's hard to call Fatty out because he won't let you talk. That's true. He just gallops over you and then he's like, no, I'm talking. You have to stop. You have to let me talk. You have to let me finish what I'm saying. I'm like, you've been talking for 30 minutes, dude. What the hell? Well, he does filibuster a lot. And none of the moderators called him out on that filibuster shit. None of it. All right, Lindsay. So where are we at on this Mel thing? So I don't know that much about it. I know that they were supposed to meet in Vegas. Why? I don't know. I think that's a bad idea. And I don't know why they were meeting in Vegas. I assume that I assume they were going to do content, but no content was created. Wrestler was the only one that created content, but he created something like 30 hours of content. So what I do know is that Mel had some kind of meltdown. There was some drama with Izzy. I'm really surprised that there was any drama with Izzy because Izzy seems to be in the middle of an election for like school board or something, and there's no reason to give anyone any extra ammunition against her at this time. So I'm really surprised that she wanted to be there. There was some mention of a hooker or something. Was it really staged? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, you definitely won the vote. You definitely won the vote. You actually won that VO pod. The moderators were dumb as fuck. Just dumb as fuck. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, I don't know why that was just dumb. The moderators didn't. First of all, I didn't fucking moderate and all that. Yeah, I don't know anything about Izzy, to be honest. Actually, I think the problem with if they were going to try and ride that drama train, the drama is almost over. Like nobody even remembers, you know. Yeah. Well, 13. I came over. I was watching on both, and I came over and voted. I think a lot of people from Jake's stream went over and voted for Jake. So that means that they took the extra effort to do it. I don't honestly care if you wear pants, Darwin. I just, you should though. You should wear pants. Lestrange, get ready to watch a constant stream of fallacies from Fatty. From, well, literally all of them. All of them. Like, genetic, red herring, Gish Gallop, all the fallacies. What's up, Fredo Fonzarelli? How are you doing today? Yeah. Yeah. I think Fatty only wins debates because he talks loudly over people and he gets his entire crew to go in there and vote for him. Other than that, he would never. I've not seen him actually win a debate. It's like the red pill debate that he had. Who was that? I forget which one it was, but he didn't win that debate. Am I still mad at you? Are we not men? Nah, I don't really care. I do think you're not a good person. So, but that's not mad or anything. So, yeah. I'm trying really hard to not need more tissues, but Angel Berber, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, Fatty is definitely a networker for sure. It's interesting to me that so many people are trying to organize debates, right? Like I got this guy reached out to me, and he's now organizing debates, and he wants, I'm going to debate First Amender. That's fine. Did you see me last night when I told 13? Did you see me when I said Patty must be getting pressed? He unzipped his rompers. That was funny. Even Patty laughed at that. I never said I was a good guy. Are we not men? Matter of fact, I've said the opposite. I've said that I am not a good person. Many times. Many times. Anyway, fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to organize debates. I think the problem is that there's a vacuum right now because the Crucible kind of quit organizing debates for just general people. And so a lot of other channels have kind of tried to do that. Now the Crucible is kind of subbing that out to the Raging Tomato, Sarah's channel. And that kind of makes sense for them. Sarah does a reasonably good job of moderating, and it helps build her channel. So that kind of makes sense for what Andrew's doing there. And then Modern Day Debate is growing again. They kind of went through a stagnant period there. Which, hey, that happens. It's no big deal. Yeah, the interesting thing about the Peterson versus Andrew debate, Mr. Peterson was not ready. He just wasn't. Oh, you want to arrange debates for yourself? I'll put the guy that is arranging the debates for me in touch with you. So, yeah. I think a lot of people want to do more debates. The problem is that the real problem is here. This seems to be my observation. When we're talking about doing debates, you have like you have left, right, red pill, blue pill, whatever. It's really hard to get a good leftist to actually debate. Even when it's not a like a big deal, right? Like it's not like life changing. It's a small thing. And they really don't. And like Peterson set all of these conditions, right? Or said he did. The interesting thing about Peterson is I watched his debate prep, and it was really funny. He was like, I'm going to make sure that Andrew can't deflect. He's going to have to answer the question. He can't answer a question with a question. We're going to have an actual cross-examination back and forth and blah, blah, blah. And the reality is that was a format that had already been set up. Peterson didn't have anything to do with that. So, it's an interesting thing to me how all of these guys just get all up in their feels about this stuff. And, the biggest problem I see is you have people who are, when you have like, if Fredo and I had a debate, we come out of it as friends, right? It's still, we're still cool. But there's a lot of people that when you have like, you know, right on right debates, one person is going to get butthurt and then it's going to cause some beef or some other bullshit. And, you know, it's weird. Project VOPod, Peterson is an out of work school teacher. Yeah, he's out of work. Andrew did do that to him in front of thousands. Matter of fact, I could probably debate Peterson on pretty much anything and beat him. And I'm not particularly good debater. Yeah, in a true formal debate, you have a limited amount of time to make your point, and so everybody talks at like a million miles per fucking hour. It's like listening to 10,000 destinies. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Seth Spence. That's true. I don't know anything about that. Are we not men? I saw that. I'm appreciative, I guess. Thank you. It's okay. Anyway, so back to the reality. So like I tend not to debate people from my own sphere unless it's something I don't really care about. You know, like I've debated Chris on gun control a couple of times. I've debated I've debated some people from our side a couple of times, but it's, you know, not the big deal. But I am glad that there are people who are out there actively working to try and organize this stuff, like this this dude, and I cannot remember what he. Hang on, give me one second. Let me see if I can find what he's. What is he calling his? He's calling it Clash Point Debates. I don't, you know, whatever. And he's not a very. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough experience, and I think that probably more than likely it's going to become a shit show because I don't think he's a very good moderator. So. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool debate stuff going on. I think, and the debate con thing's going pretty well. I need to actually reach out to James. I was sick, so haven't been able to reach out to him much. And but that looks like the next debate cons should be super legit, awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I do apologize, guys. I wasn't even sure I was going to make the stream today, so I'm a little underprepared, but that's okay. Yeah, you know, I think Anson's a reasonable debater. He's very articulate. Any dates for debate? I think they're trying to do it the first week of October. Anson hasn't gotten lucky yet, Lindsey Smith. But keep talking. Maybe he will. All right. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Other than me being sick? Am I going to debate prep stream for First Minute? Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. When should I do that? That's a great question. Trying to think what probably Friday night maybe we can do it, or maybe maybe tomorrow night. I think so. We'll just make that part of the Friday night show as the debate prep, or maybe I'll do debate prep tomorrow. His content is horrible, dude. Horrible. Absolute garbage. It is terrible. And I watched some yesterday. I watched his debate with Alex Stein and Isabella, whatever her name is. And oh my God. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was like, even Alex Stein was like, dude, you are not ready, bro. Yeah. Andrew and Alex, the debate with Andrew and Alex where he did the soliloquy was just fucking terrible. That's a good, hang on. Where are we at? Yeah, so this is interesting. I don't think that they're going to do peacekeepers. There should not be any reason to have peacekeepers. That's going to be a sticking point, right? Because basically, what did I miss out on, Charles Darwin? The price of onions in southern China during Ming Dynasty? No, we're not debating that. I don't think so. I don't. I don't think that NATO peacekeepers are going to be an issue. I don't think that it could even happen. So, Lindsay Smith says the other issues with debates here is some that follow formal rules and some don't. Well, that's an interesting thing, and I do agree with you. The interesting thing is that I think the rules have to be agreed to beforehand, right? Like there is a method of doing that. Hey, John Smith, how are you? Are you the John Smith that I know, or are you a new John Smith? There's so many John Smiths out there. It's weird. Yeah. So, like, if I know it's going to be a blood sport debate, then I know I'm going to have to call my own fallacies. I know I'm going to have to, whatever. The rules don't apply. I don't know that there are any rules in debate anyway. I mean, if we're going to talk like modern day debate has some, but. Pardon me. Pardon me, guys. Blue helmets. Yes. Blue helmets are you in? Yeah, Putin's never really going to accept NATO in Ukraine. So, and I don't think the Ukraine can join. I know you do, Anson Knowles. I know that you do. It's true. I don't want any feet pics, dude. That's gross. That's you. Well, now that's true, Lindsay. The issue is the. Oh wait, hang on. I skipped one. Angel Berber. Most leftists don't want to debate, and their common excuse for doing it is debates are a waste of time because it's all about ego boosting and appeasing the audience. It is cope. 100% it is cope. So that's a big deal there. It is. I mean, and like a lot of fatties stream last night was just cope, and I was somewhere the other day, and I was listening to these people talking. It was all just cope after cope after cope. Yeah, the mods don't need to understand the topics, Lindsay. They just need to understand the format, really, and the debate prompt to some degree. They don't need to know the intricacies, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Ukraine would ever be in the EU or NATO. That's true. No NATO, no permanent military bases in Ukraine. Those were returned days ago. Yeah, that's fine. I agree with that. Isn't allied with Russia because apparently, yeah, that's true. It's hard to be undercover when you have the same name. Just whatever. All right. Okay. All right. It's good. What's up, Roman King? How are you, sir? How are you doing today? Yeah, I agree. I don't think that anyone will. I just, it's a different thing. We get 800 billion in investments towards EU and Ukraine defense. Russia doesn't matter. I don't know about that. I do. I mean, this is actually a real thing, right? Like, we do business with both Ukraine and Russia. So, and we'll continue to do so. So I don't have any problem with us brokering peace. And as part of that, we should get a brokerage fee, of something, maybe something written into the treaty, for us, little concession. Actually doing pretty good. I thought I'd be running out of here with my eyes all watering and shit, but it's fine. We got the Smith gang in the house. The Smith gang, not nearly as popular as the James gang, but they try hard. They try hard. We started the war. I mean, a good argument can be made for Obama and Biden having started the war, but Trump did everything he could to keep us out of it. But it's okay. All right. So anyway, yeah. All right, back to reality. Yeah, that's true. The Donbas region is an important part of it. Yeah, it's interesting that we're really concerned with Ukraine when we're not talking about the Libyan, Syrian slave markets. It's interesting. What do we think about that? Do you guys have any opinion on that at all? Anyone? I mean, Roman King, I would say that that Russia did respect Trump. They waited until he was out of office, and they didn't respect Putin because they knew they could do what they were doing. Iran, Syria, Libya, they're all being jackasses right now, and no problem. Roman King, I don't think we're allies, bro. That's an interesting thing. We keep saying that Ukraine is our ally, but I don't think they're our ally. I can't think of a reason why Ukraine would be our ally. Can somebody help me out with that? No, nobody. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that Ukraine are our allies. I think that I think that we're trying to help them because they have things that we want. They're not our allies. You know? Client state, yeah, I could go with that. I'll go with that. It's interesting because I keep hearing that we're allies. I don't think we're allies. I mean, sorry guys. I probably should have not streamed today, but I tried. They're in the middle of transitioning into a NATO compliant country to do trade, etc. But per you, I don't. Them wanting to join NATO doesn't make them our allies. Yeah, I don't. Why do we care if Russia interferes with Ukraine becoming a NATO organization? Yeah, there's definitely something going on with Syria and Iran, and they have the slave markets open again. Let's not gloss over that. That's pretty important. Right, and we shouldn't do that, Roman King. I mean, literally, this is something I've talked about a lot. Is that we should be isolationist. We were our nation was at its greatest when we were isolationist and did not involve ourselves in foreign wars. And yet, we, for whatever reason, have transitioned into this world police state. I do actually understand the reason. I'm not going to take an hour to explain it, but we should not be doing that. There's no, like, honestly, if Russia wants Ukraine back, okay. I took the cold and flu stuff earlier, but it may be wearing off. I'm starting to cough a lot, stuff. So gonna probably have to go take some. I thought I could make it through the whole show, but I'm not sure that I can without coughing a lot. I may end early. I also do not know what wasabi feminism is. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the problem with that history, Roman King, is that for 70 years we've been trying to fix the Middle East, and we've done nothing but make it worse. It's literally worse today than the day that we decided to get involved. And I just don't know. What do we trade most with Ukraine? Actually, I don't think we really get that much from Ukraine, actually. I never signed up to be the world police. Spoken like a true Australian, Charles Darwin. Okay, Roman King, I have a question for you. In the last 70 years, what country has been better for our involvement? In the last 70 years, since the end of World War II, which country has been better? North Korea is now two different countries because of our involvement. Vietnam, we just sort of left. We didn't. We killed a bunch of people. We lost a lot of Americans, and at the end of the day, we made zero difference in that region. William Jones? Who's William Jones? I'll bring up William Jones if he's here. Because we never should have been in Vietnam. Yeah, Mr. Boulay, you can come up. You can help out, man. I'm struggling, buddy. I'm struggling. If I take cold meds, I won't be able to think clearly. So that's a great question, VOPod. That's a great question. Roman King, I don't care that Russia supplied weapons to Vietnam. That's not a reason for us to be involved there. That's nuts that we think that it was. It's crazy. And again, what good did we do? We didn't win. We didn't stop anything. All we did was get a bunch of people killed. We did jack shit. Sorry, Mr. Boulay. I'm not myself today, so I've got you though. Says Spencer, would have been an ultimate conflict between Soviet Union and Germany, but regardless, we should have been involved. And no, I don't know that that's true. What are you talking about? What's up, Clash Point? Yeah, I'm looking for what. Yeah, I was just I was just telling my guys about it. Just telling the audience. Mr. Boulay should be on his way up, guys. I just sent him the link. I'm not going to take any cold meds because it'll make me all fuzzy, and I'm fuzzy enough as it is. Lindsey Smith, they can uphold their own democratic values. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's possible, Seth Spence. That's cool. Yeah, no, you're right. But for that to have happened, it would have ended so badly for Germany because they would have been fighting through Poland and the Ukraine at the time. So well, I'm an isolationist. I can't get enough of the isolationism.
I'm a newly reformed isolationist.
Are you reformed?
Newly reformed. After the whole fiasco with the EU and specifically, I guess it was Great Britain and France as a minor player saying, you know, coming to the aid of Zelensky and all that crap, stabbing us in the back in essence. So I'm like, you know what? Screw you guys.
Yeah, give me 1 second. People using the word isolation is becoming the new racist with it when it comes to geopolitics. We can prioritize the security of our own half of the globe, which was part of the Monroe Doctrine. Okay, that's which half? I don't know. Charles Darwin, Sudafed here doesn't have meth in it anymore, and methamphetamine in it anymore. They took that
ingredient out long ago.
They have pseudoepinephrine, but you have to give your driver's license at the counter to get it. And I probably should have taken some before I came on here, but I don't have any because I don't normally take. I very rarely take medicine, and the stuff that I have, which is just like NyQuil day, whatever. It won't knock me out, but it'll make me fuzzy, and I won't be able to. I can barely think clearly as it is. I don't need any more.
Hey, can I jump in for a second on this?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Redefinition of isolationism.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess if you look at it from a tone police perspective, yeah, I guess you could see it that way. But there's nothing out there that says, no, we want nothing to do with people. No, we do not want to trade. No, we don't want. No, that's got nothing to do. We're not the world police anymore. Do we want to trade? Hell yes, I want a BMW made in Germany. Wait, that's Audi, not BMW. You know, that's disingenuous, and that's not an attack on Angel. I think Angel's just kind of echoing what he's seen and heard out in the world. But to say that it's, leave us alone, poo on you, that's totally wrong. We still want to trade. We still need to do partnerships and technology transfers and collaborations. Sure. We're still going to do all that, but we're not going to send our military out to go play movie, Team America, World Police.
They're trying to refine this down to where, as Fredo says, non-interventionalist, which is I guess kind of where I'm at, right? Like so now they're trying. So I define myself as an isolationist. That doesn't mean that I don't believe in free trade. It doesn't mean that I don't believe that we should restrict tourism. But I do believe that we need to restrict heavily the amount of military aid that we give anyone at all. And I don't want our troops on foreign soil. Joseph, I don't think we should world police the shipping routes. No. Other countries can do that. So the reason that so economically, I am isolationist. I think that we need to bring as much manufacturing and goods back to the U.S. as we can. Obviously, it's fine if you want a German car, fine, get a German car. If you want Chinese glasses, get Chinese glasses. But we should do as much of that here in the United States. I dislike the idea that Mr. Boulay can get you the link, Lindsay, and then we'll just delete it out if you want to do that, Mr. Boulay.
Give me a sec, please.
Yeah. And so, like, we should not be the world police. We don't want, no, neocons are not Warhawk, Roman King. Democrats are Warhawk. You could literally see the other night in the debate, every time that they would talk about ending the war, you could see the blood come to their eyes because they want men to die. They want men to die. They don't want peace. Any of that. And so, no, Democrats, you have it exactly reversed. Exactly reversed. Democrats have always been war hawks. They've always wanted to go to war, and because they want to send young men to die. They just can't get enough of the meat grinder in Germany or in Russia right now. Sorry, I'll try to keep my misspeaks to the end, or to a minimum. I don't believe, and as far as nuclear Armageddon goes, I mean, Mr. Boulay, you would have a better stance on this than I would, because I don't believe that it'll ever happen.
What? Nuclear war?
Yeah, nuclear. Why are we?
It's if you're talking like a peer-to-peer exchange, like us, against say Russia or China or even North Korea. No, I don't see it happening because of the concept MAD, mutually assured destruction. Both sides have enough to wipe the entire planet out. So the threat from a nuclear standpoint is from a rogue nation like somebody in the Middle East, something like that. That's what would scare. That's the scary.
Yeah, that's the
scary thing. But a peer-to-peer threat. No, MAD like is
Russia. I'm not really scared of Russia. Russia is something that my grandfather was scared of. I'm not scared of it. MAGA calls us Warhawk neocons. MAGA does?
No, we're not. If anything, I think it's like what we said.
We're not following a pacifist worldview?
I think somebody.
I don't think that means what you think it means. Yeah, I think you got the labels wrong. Democrats call MAGA Republicans warhawks, even though literally every MAGA person is like, why are we fighting Ukraine's war? Why are we sending all of these weapons and all this money to Ukraine? Why are we doing that? And maybe not all of them, most of them, right? Anyway, back to, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, isolate. So I guess I'm best described as a non-interventionalist, but I still believe that's isolationism, because it is literally like, I don't want the U.S. to provide security for the world shipping. This is why, by the way, guys, that our tax dollars are sent overseas to other nations to give them what do they call it? I hate being sick because it makes my brain slower.
What's the word you're looking
aid
for?
Packages. The aid packages we send to the UK.
Great, I gotta be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. So how much? So last year we gave $12.5 billion. By the way, I was wrong. I've been saying it's 300 million, but I was wrong. 12.5 billion under the plan, Great Britain got 3.3 billion, France got 2.3 billion, and Germany got 1.4 billion. For no fucking reason. And by the way, we America provide them the security so that they don't have to. I mean, this is crazy, guys. Why are we okay with this? Why are we okay with this? I'm not okay with it. We don't need to support the United Kingdom. We don't need to support Germany. We just don't. There's no reason for it. Yeah, it was a good thing to get rid of that. No, USAID has a long history. It goes back way beyond doing that. So, yeah. So we just shouldn't be giving a bunch of money to foreign countries. We just shouldn't. There's Seth Spence. I'm glad. Oh, here we go. That should TTS. It doesn't look like it's going to. $10 comes in from Angel Berber. Non-interventionalism is a minimum. Isolationism would be a reset our country needs. Reindustrialization here would also cause a cultural change in the U.S. back to self-reliance and grit again. I agree. That's awesome. Good job, Mr. Angel Berber. That's great. I think he meant Blackbriar. Yeah, Anson Knowles, not Bear. And I agree with all of that. I agree that from an isolationist point of view, look, again, I'm not saying we can't buy aluminum from Uganda or wherever the fuck it comes from. Fine, but we have aluminum mines in the Appalachian Mountains. We have bauxite mines in Arkansas. Why are we not using our own resources? Again, as Lindsay just said, lessen our independence. It's a great thing. Why is it that we feel the need to subsidize foreign countries, and not just with cash, by the way? We subsidize their defense. The reason that Germany, France, and England do not have standing armies, do not have navies, is because they don't have to. They don't have to spend the money on that. They absolutely can provide security for their shipping. Aluminium. Thank you. I appreciate that, Anson Knowles. We don't need to do these things, guys. We don't. We really don't. All it does is weaken our country and enrichen politicians. Now, I know. Once upon a time, you were probably a young person that thought, life is grand. I live in the best country in the world. Both of those things are true. But right now, today, the reality is, all right. Here's the thing. Name an ally. You can't name an ally. When we're in the sandbox, the English weren't there to help us, right? They sent like a tiny little representative force. The Germans, were the Germans there? Are they our allies? No, the fuck they aren't. We don't have any allies. We have customers. We have dependents. We have people that actually just want money and support from us. Allies help. What has the UK done for us in the past 20 years? Other than cash our checks. As far as trade, I said trade's fine. Why would we? Why you think China? All right, this is neat. Hold on, I'm going to read this whole thing and I'm going to respond to all that. I don't want to straw man your position, so it's fine with the banning allies. We don't have any allies. We don't. We really don't. They'll just turn to China and others for trade. No, they won't. They're already using it. You not understand? Like, this is crazy that you think that the UK is not getting stuff from Russia even today as we speak. Further weakening our strength militarily. I'm assuming that's militarily. No, they can't weaken our strength militarily. So that's stupid. That's dumb. They're providing soldiers and intelligence. No, they didn't. They supplied like this much. Australia is an ally. Australia pays its bills. They actually buy their stuff from us. They don't just expect it given to them. And when we went into the sandbox, there was a lot of Aussies there. Not as many as there could have been, but there were a lot of Aussies there. I missed super chat here. Let me get this $5 from Project VOPod. Grid and Boulay. My mother likes Trump but calls him a shill for Israel. I think she might have a point. Thoughts? Don't get canceled for your answer. No, I don't think it's look. The Israelis are pardon me. The Israelis are just the newest version of the Illuminati, the Freemasons. Look, all throughout history, there's always been some group. There's some secret hidden group that's actually pulling all the strings, right? Secret societies, the Freemasons, the Catholics. If you really want to know who's in control of this country, recognize that probably 70% of politicians are Catholic. And literally don't like the Israelis. Trump's Catholic. It's weird, I know. The communist dream, so they want to take, yeah, I agree with that. That's probably true. I can't criticize my master. Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, I will go with Aussies. The Aussies have been legit. I'm not gonna. And they take the least amount of aid. And when they are actually buying stuff from us, like actually, they're gonna pay for it. So the Aussies are chill. Yeah, why wouldn't he support Israel? Israel's no different than any other country. But we haven't really done that much with Israel. Why the fuck are so many Americans worried about other fucking countries when they got their own fucking problems to worry about? First, I'm so sick of this dumb shit. Ghost 1978 throwing it down, putting it much in very plain language. We did not need you guys for the Middle East or to protect ourselves from Japan during World War II. I'm not really sure who we are, but okay. Yeah, I meant when we got our own problems. Western Europe's population, 500 million people, but you want 350 million people across the ocean to save you from your mistakes? No. That's funny. Even subjectively, I'll give you the rest, but even when Biden was in office, France almost invaded Ukraine with rogue NATO troops. France is definitely not our friend. I don't know. That's probably true. The internet and international shipping make this very difficult to contend with globally. We can pull back just to our own stuff, but it'll take a radical culture change. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe. I don't know. The Pope. Yeah, the Pope is running everything, guys. You just don't know. You can't see the strings. I don't see why people cannot see the simple direction our country is going with all these other countries taking advantage of our country. These unfair tariffs on us. Now, see, that's a solid point. Don't support illegal immigration. Trump is not Catholic. Is he not Catholic? Is he Protestant? I could have sworn he was Catholic. Maybe I'm wrong. It's also ironic most MAGA are chastised. All right, so I want to. So Zelensky, and normally, I'm I don't really have anything against Zelensky. I think he's a bad guy, but whatever. Booting out Russian propagandist media outlets during wartime, but are cool with booting out our own propagandist here shilling for Hamas. I don't know that that's true, but maybe could be. I don't know. Yeah, guys, hit the like, man. He's non-denominational. Is he really? I could have sworn he was Catholic, man. If France actually, that's true. France builds a lot of their own weapons. They also build their own planes. Where at least for now, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Hamas is a terrorist group. It's not a country. It's not a bunch of people. It is a literal terrorist group. One thing that I kind of want to hit on here, we're talking globally. The Zelensky also shut down the oldest Russian Orthodox church because it had the name Russian in it. So I would not use him as a pillar of fucking anything, right? Like he's not an example of what to do. He just isn't. Mr. Boulay, are you back? No, he's working. He's doing something. I'm gonna drop him down. He can let me know when you're back, Mr. Boulay. Let me drop him down. Hub HP Nubcraft, high performance nub. I don't know what that means. It's a very interesting. Hey, Glenn Lawrence, my man. Give me a second. We got to get Glenn Lawrence up on the stage. Nobody puts Glenn Lawrence in the back of the bus, not even me. I am sick today, Glenn, so I apologize. Kind of bouncing around everywhere. Right, and this is a problem. Hold on. The French do have a massive problem right now with the Muslims in their country. I don't know what to do about it. I have no issue. I have no help. That's racist, man. That's racist. You can't say that, man. What's up with you? The CIA was involved in the upper levels of the Orthodox Church as well to legitimize the actions. It's shameful that our tax dollars have what our tax dollars have done. Yes, absolutely. I actually agree with. I'm not getting better. I actually really agree with Anson on this. That's really correct. The pardon me. Oh man, I am not feeling good today, guys. Allies in a global sense would be reciprocal. Exactly. Yes. 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 Anson Knowles gets it. Allies gain from us much, but support little in return. Absolutely. Roman King conflated transactions as alliance. Reciprocity makes an ally. Yes. We are allies only when we are both benefiting. Thank you, Shazzy Bear. My wife told me that I must dress better for my streams, and so I don't always wear a collared shirt. I normally wear a t-shirt and a jacket, but I'm trying to do better. I'm also very sick today, and I may not make it through the entire in the entire podcast. I'm trying, but I thought I was better than I actually am, I guess. So I don't drink. Charles Darwin. I've never drank in my life. Not even a beer. So the closest I came was when I was a kid, my mom mixed, I had a cold then, and my mom mixed honey and whiskey and gave it to me. So thank you, Shazzy Bear. I appreciate the thought. I really do. Man, my I used to not have sinus problems, and I got like a really bad sinus infection one year, and ever since then, man, it's like every year I'm gonna get have some problems with my sinuses. It's just killing me. It's just killing me. All right, so yeah, so look, maybe I'm making it hard to help me. I'm sorry. Shazzy Bear, in America, Sudafed doesn't have the methamphetamine or whatever the fuck it is, epinephrine, that it does in foreign countries. We have a pseudoepinephrine, so that's what it is. Yeah, we share a lot of intelligence with other countries. Yeah. Drink the damn bottle. Yeah, no, probably not. Anyway, so again, the reason that France and Germany and Spain and Lithuania and all these little European countries can talk shit is because the U.S. has their back, the UK included. And they and it's just been that way for it's just been this way for a long time. The problem is that the American taxpayer can't afford it anymore. You know, we're sending billions of dollars. We're trillions of dollars in debt. And for what? You know, we don't get any money back from this at all. You know, it's not like that at the end of the deal with Ukraine that Trump is trying to make. I really appreciate that, Shazzy Bear, but by the time it gets here, I'll be over it. This only lasts a couple of days. I really do appreciate that, though. Thank you. Charles Darwin from Australia made me the same offer. I really do appreciate that. You know, that's interesting. You say that, Seth Spence. You know, we wanted to sit World War II out, but we had a Democrat president that absolutely wanted us in the war, and he got his way. this is just seems to be a trend, and this is why I'm becoming an isolationist. And we shouldn't be providing for other countries' security. We should not be sending a lot of tax dollars off the American. Look, we should not be supporting Ukraine's defense on the backs of tax-paying Americans. So I don't know what more to say about that. You got and look, I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right 100% of the time. I'm just telling you that I can't. There's nothing that can do that. What's an insult? I'm sorry, I missed out on something. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of young men lost their lives over there, Roman King, mostly American. We got to get out of the Middle East, man. We've done nothing. It was 70 years of fighting this war, fairly consistently, and got nothing to show for it but a pile of caskets. Lot of dead young men. It's terrible. It's terrible. I just really can't. I really can't understand why we want to do this. I really don't understand why America keeps involving itself. On one level, I understand the reasoning why, right? Like I understand that the CIA and the DIA and the NSA and all the other alphabet agencies, I understand they have to justify their existence. They're out there playing kingmakers. They're trying to do all of these things, trying to manage the world, and they've cocked it up every time they've tried. It's crazy. It's crazy. Guys, the madness has to end. And look, I'm a guy who believes in violence. I believe that most problems can be solved by the proper application of violence and high explosives. But we're not going to solve the Middle East. We're not going to win this. There's no winning. And all we're doing is we're digging a bigger hole for American taxpayers. Same thing with the Ukraine, right? We've dug a massive hole for the American taxpayer. And even if they make this deal with Ukraine, Ukraine's not going to hold it up, and we're never going to get paid, right? This is literally like loaning money to your nephew. He's going to sit there. He's going to look up at you. Promise him to pay you back. I just need this little bit of money, get me by, get me out of trouble. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but I'm good for it. I'm good for it. And in your heart of hearts, there's no way that dude's going to pay you back. He just isn't going to pay you back. And you'll be stuck. Yeah. Says Spence, I think you're right about that, by the way. Yeah. Ghost 1978. Yes, other countries are grifters. And we are simps. All wars are about money. Yeah. The Roman King, what promises to Ukraine? Are you talking about the Budapest Memorandum that literally Ukraine broke within like the ink wasn't even dry. Is that what you're talking about? Roman King, I really I really want to understand it. We do sell weapons, and if they paid for them, that'd be great. Sure. Says Spence, it doesn't matter if the leaders are that made the promises are dead. What matters is that the Budapest Memorandum was just a memorandum. It was never a treaty. It was never signed by anybody. It was just a, hey, you're going to have to do this regardless, but we will support you if Russia does something in the future. You know, we never said that we would send them troops. We never said we give them weapons. We never said we give them money. We just said we'd support them. And so the problem with the Budapest Accord, or the Budapest Memorandum, I keep calling it an accord or an agreement. It's not. It's a memorandum. The problem with it is that literally the ink wasn't dry. You understand that for the Budapest Accord, the Budapest Memorandum to have any teeth, to have any validity, the Ukraine had to immediately, without delay, send Russian nukes back to Russia. Right? That's that, and they had to be disassembled, and then we ended up sending peacekeepers over there. And you know why we sent those peacekeepers over there? Because Ukrainian oligarchs, gangsters, whatever you want to call them, were literally trying to sell nuclear weapons, nuclear submarines, all kinds of things out of the, basically just as quick as they could, so that they could just be like, yeah, I don't know what happened to it, and disappear with millions of dollars. And that's the and that's the truth of it, guys. I mean, this is, look, you can argue as much as you want, but the reality is the reality. The reality is that the Ukraine has been a land of gangsters as long as you can. The only thing, honestly, the only thing Ukraine's good for is providing good John Wick characters. That's it. There's nothing else. And wheat. Yeah, that's about it. Same thing's happening here, over there right now. Grid, the Javelin systems that we sent them, guess where they are? In Mexico, with the cartels in Asia fighting, fighting a revolution. Sure, I believe that. The Russians are look, the Ukrainians are gangsters. You know what really, really burns my ass is I have to actually say that Putin has literally been the only one that's been above board. But I'm not saying he's been totally above board. But Zelensky's a liar. He's a cheat. He's a thief. He's a gangster just like every other Ukrainian ruler's been. I mean, I didn't know that about the Javelin, Seth Spence. Can you, if you're on Discord, can you send me proof of that? There's I've yet to hear an effective argument as to why the U.S. needs to give a flying fuck about Ukraine. Ukraine was part of the USSR. We didn't have a problem with it then. We didn't care. It wasn't any of our business. Which part are you not buying, Roman King? Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they will make. I agree with you that they won't. That they're not going to be in NATO. The information is from Colonel McGregor. I really would. If you've got any documentation, I'd love to see it. That's reality, brother. That's the reality. Do you not believe me? Why do you not believe me? I think that's the reality, man. Here, hang on. Let me. You think they have free and fair elections? They had a coup attempt just recently. Damn, Steve Posey, that's cold blooded. I don't actually have a problem with sending Ukraine weapons. I just don't want to send them money, and I would appreciate it if they paid for the weapons. Yeah, I mean, if they are selling them on the black market, that's true. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, I agree with that too. The here's the thing though, Roman King. You understand that the reason why we had to put peacekeepers over there in '96, I think it was. So '94, they were supposed to start sending the nukes back to Russia. They had not done that until basically, I think 94 they started they signed the memorandum. It was in Budapest, and then they also had a Massandra Accords. That was in '94, and they ended up having to put peacekeepers troops over there, ostensibly to ostensibly they put the peacekeepers over there because they were afraid of rogue countries stealing the warheads. But the other side of that was they were literally like selling off all the shit out of Ukraine out of the back door. These crooked generals and whatnot, or not generals but oligarchs. I don't know who the fuck they were, and that's why. That's why we had to send peacekeepers over there. The Ukraine was a free for all. You know, it was just whatever you wanted. Just go buy it. So, and we had to sit, you know, and man, I am sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm getting fuzzy again, but that's all right. Yeah, I agree with you, Anson Knowles. That's true. I agree with you, Steve Posey. That's true. This is an even bigger reason for us to get out of NATO and literally just be cool. Just be our own place. We're teenagers and need to move out on our own. 10 pounds actually from Shazzy Bear for the Grift Grid. Great stream. Get better soon. I'm doing the best I can to get better. I promise. I promise I am. Thank you. Yeah, NATO focuses on draining U.S. tax dollars and grandstanding while treating their own countries like shit and importing cheap migrant labor. I believe that can be backed up as well. See, the thing is that all the shit that we're talking about here can be backed up, right? We know that peacekeepers were sent in 95, 94, 95, 96 into Ukraine to make sure that those warheads didn't disappear, because some, in theory, already had. They made a shit ton of movies about it because that was a very real thing that was happening. We just, in modernity, we tend to forget things that we don't like. We don't like the idea that, you know, for whatever reason, we don't like the idea of Ukraine being bad guys. So we don't want to remind people. I don't know. I'm at best at the closest I can come to interventionalism is I'm a non-interventionalist. Yes, that's correct, Seth Spence. That's why we have to provide the security for all of Western Europe. Yes, that's correct, Helping Hound. They arrested tons of people selling fake stuff, but they also arrested people selling actual stuff. And they had to have peacekeepers on UN peacekeepers on site to make sure none of that shit disappeared any more than already had. We know that some of it did in fact disappear. Sorry guys, I don't want to say I'm suffering, but man, I am not well. I want to be well, but I'm just not well. Man. What's up, Carpenter's Journey? How you doing? I do need some more rest. Hey, thank you, Damien, for coming in today. I appreciate it, man. I've been resting for 2 days, but I thought I was better. But apparently not enough. I was not better enough. So as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna go back to bed. Yeah, I will feel better. I mean, I'm better than I was, but apparently not better enough. So we'll see if I can get through this. We're close. It'll be fine. I don't drink, Charles Darwin. I appreciate the prescription though. So push through the pain. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. So what, you got a lab coat? All right, cool, man. Roman King, it's been good talking to you today. I really do appreciate the pushback that you've given. Are you in the U.S. or are you in a different country? And sorry, guys, I know it's really rude, but I gotta clear my nose and stuff, and I know it's really rude on air, but so Charles Darwin, you can drink whatever you want, man. I'm not your mom. I sound like Grace. It's weird. Oh, unmutes to blow her nose. I don't. I just don't mute. So that's funny though that she does that. I would mute if I had thought about it. The problem is I can't usually respond enough, quickly enough. No, Grace Thorpe. Roman King, you still in the chat, buddy? Or are you? Are you from the? Are you in the U.S. or are you abroad? Oh, there he is. Ricola, yeah, maybe. I don't think I don't have a sore throat really. Just my sinuses are killing me, man. Starting to get that sinus headache right behind my eyes. Terrible. Go lay down again. So, are you in the U.S., Roman King? Are you abroad somewhere? Are you based in another country? Yeah, I should feel better, Charles Darwin. Oh, you're Texas. All right, cool, man. I like Texas. I like Texas. Carpenter's Journey is feeling pretty good today, apparently. That's funny. It's funny stuff. All right, so I don't think Mr. Boulay is coming back. I think Mr. Boulay had to drop off because he had other things to do, and that happens. No big deal. So, not a big deal at all. High on lives, yeah. I wish. Court went well. Rubbing dirt in things always make it better. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, stuffed sinus is all. Yeah, it's he's something spine. Yeah. I've done a little bit of that. I'm not saying that you're wrong there, helping hound, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So I am an isolationist, although I guess theoretically I'm a non-interventionalist. So it's is what it is. Pardon me. You're grilling a yard bird. What's up, Caucasian Sasquatch? How are you, sir? For Deacon Jazz. Pardon me. You don't know if it's a north-south thing, but I doubt the judges. Hold on, I missed that. A yard. Down here, going to look like someone trying to claim dominance over his courtroom. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. He did it in a nice way. All right. You went to court this morning. What for? Carpenter's Journey. You just find it really difficult to buy Russia's excuses. Well, I mean, Ukraine was killing their soldiers, dude. In the Donbass region, Ukraine literally sent their soldiers in and were shooting Russians. I mean, and when Putin put his tanks along the border and said, if you do X, which I believe was try and restrict Russia from using the port at Sevastopol, or firing on the troops, which they killed a bunch of Russian. The Ukrainians killed a bunch of Russians in Donbass. Zelensky did that. He picked a fight. Like, we forget this. Why do we forget this stuff? This is not news, right? And the one thing about Russia, the one thing about Putin is he's not the kind of guy that you say something like, or if he says something like, hey, if you do X, I'm going to do Y, you can bet if you do X, he will do Y. That's true, Seth Spence. That's absolutely true. That is true. Yeah, look, I don't stand with Ukraine at all. I think Ukraine, I think we got bamboozled. I think my biggest problem with this whole thing is Zelensky and the press and the all the secret squirrel shit convinced the United States citizen, the average guy on the street, that he should be supporting Ukraine. We've been sending all this money over there, all this garbage over there. Ukraine, basically picked a fight with Russia. Putin literally said, if you do X, we're going to do it. We're going to come after you. Zelensky said, fuck you, buddy. And he popped the big kid on the nose. And then that was, shit happened the way it was supposed to happen. I don't agree with it. I think that there could have been a lot more done, but I personally think, and I don't think anybody will ever convince me otherwise, I personally think that Zelensky wanted this fight to happen. He wanted the U.S. involved. He wanted all of that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The Ukrainians used our fodder in Russia's meat grinder, and Russian troops are in a fodder in Ukraine's meat grinder. And literally all of the Democrats, all of them want the war to continue. Helping Hound, I agree with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have made it as far as I can. I am going to go get some. I'm going to get some cold meds and probably pass out. I apologize. I tried to make it the whole show. I can't do it. I'm getting fuzzy, and it's just a bad time for me. Yeah. All the agreements are broken. Yeah. So, at any rate, I'm going to roll out. I'm going to send you guys over to Chaotic Truth. They're yelling at each other about something. You guys have a great rest of your day. really appreciate all of the donations and everything from today. I really, it's means a lot to me. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. You guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, be cool, wear glasses if you need them, and get off my lawn.